Mic check. Mic check. 1, 2, 3. Mic check. 1, 2, 3. Hi. We on? We live? All right. Cool. Hello, everyone. Afternoon, evening, morning. But my case is late evening. I hope everyone is having a good day so far. Hope you guys are having an awesome Tuesday. And believe you me, it is a crazy Tuesday for me. But it's all good. No use crying over spilled milk over it. We just gonna have to roll with the punches and do all we can do. Now then, you're probably wondering, where on earth have I freaking been? I've been busy. Very busy. Mostly due to, well, work aside and whatnot. And amongst other things, praying for the move, which is we finally got confirmation that we will be moving next week. For some strange reason, why is it not picking up? Why is it not picking up? Okay. Now it's being weird. Too weird. Okay. Right. Sensitivity was off. Hold on before I do anything else. Let me double check. Let me check something real quick. Is my voice too loud? I'm trying to lower it just a tad bit. Okay, so far so good. Let me lower the music just a tad bit. All right, we should be good to go now. Let's see, double check, make sure my VPN is stable. Okay, I'm straight. Okay, now we got that out of the way. Time to show what I am working on today. Okay then, as you probably saw in my live stream, I was working on the hoodie / shirt for Spill the Tea. But I realized that I want to make a pattern for it. Oh, excuse me, so I'm making 2 types of hoodies and shirts. Well, sweatshirts. One is with the patterns here. Another one is going to be without it. And you see here, I already made a pattern with this type of here to texture in mind. What I'm planning on doing is actually quite simple. I'm planning on modifying this in some way, so that way that it'll go on to the shirt as I wanted to. This is going to be for the front and back and bit of the hoodie, so there's that. And I could probably see I did something off screen here and there, is working with the T design, believe it or not. And my phone's going off. Let me put you on vibrate for now. As you can see here, I am working. I'm working on the on topography side of things. Things like trying to figure out how I'm gonna put some here and there. When I think it's spell the T, I think more of a cursive or like something simple lines like that. So we're going to roll with this type of typeface, but I'm going to adjust the color just a tad bit. But I want to get this pattern out the way first, because this is going to be what's mostly going to be used over the hoodie and the shirt as well. As you can see here, I already got started on it, experimenting a tad bit using the the template guide from Printify. And you can see here, this is how I was going to look on the actual hoodie, along the pockets and around the back as well. So we're going to handle that little thing as well. So we're going to edit, copy this. We're going to head to the back layer, hood. We're going to hide the information here, go to here, and we're going to paste this, Control V. Oh no, that's not what we wanted. We want it right here. Cause we wanted to freaking match. It's right here, cause we wanted to match. And along with the pocket dimension too, so we're gonna do some little bit designs on that as well today. Because if this goes out well, we're probably gonna be wrapping up the spill the tea one. And also, while we're at it, I also want to give you a sneak peek of what visual illustration I'll be working on. As you know, next month will be the anniversary of Sonic the Hedgehog, I believe. And some of you may or may not know, I am a huge Sonic fan, so I've been running Bluebird for a long period of time, so I'm gonna show you just a sneak peek of what I was working on. Ta-da! I took some inspiration from his earlier comics from back when Archie Comics had a licensing to Sonic the Hedgehog for it. So I took some inspiration from out of that. And also, not to mention, the hands was very tricky to do, but I don't regret it. And this is a time lapse as well on this one. So yeah, this is going to be very fun to do. So I'm going to enjoy having fun with this one. But now let's go back to here. Control S. We're going to save this here to get some ideas. Okay, this is going to be on a white background my white background deal. So there's that. So we're going to put this on the hoodie as well. Right sleeve, left sleeve is going to be a bit different. And as always, we're going to just go back here. We're going to minimize this stuff here, the front, the hood. And also, my Donathon is still officially on. And well, if you want to gain access to it, you can always donate. I actually have a coffee where you actually donate if you wish. It's right there on the screen as well, and it's also somewhere in the About Me section. And if you punch in the command, hold on, make sure I got it right. Command exclamation coffee. There it is, right there. So, and as also, well, donations are appreciated, aided but not recommended. Only if you're able to, and only if you're able to support. But I do have some nice juicy reward tiers for once we are actually reaching to that point. So there's that. And also well, don't forget I do have a YouTube channel where I talk about art and tech wise. It'll be available as well, so give that a check as well. And I also have a VOD channel, so if you want to check out any stuff that was probably missed, some highlight moments, it'll be available there as well. And I also now have a TikTok as well, so if you want to check all my social media, here's the link right there that'll get you access to all the places around. And if you watch from YouTube, links to all my social media will be in the description down below. Now then, without any further ado, now I got that on my system. Let's just get back to this real quick. Alrighty. Alright, now let's begin. Let's get into this real quick. Now we're going to go to right here for the sleeves. We're going to hide that real quick. Control Z. Then we go straight towards the pocket. We're going to hide this resolution right here. Then okay, let's see how that's going to look. Okay, that's the tea bag look here. See how it look on the actual thing, which is not bad at all. This is our pattern that we done. So now we're going to try something with the typography. So I'm going to go to tab to new. And we're going to go to a type. We're going to tab spell the T. Okay. Let's see, we're going to line this up. Okay, that's lined up, all right. And we're going to increase the size for it. Under 30 fine. Let's line up again. All right, spill the tea. Now let's go back to our typeface one more time. See what else have we used. Spill the tea. Now let me just go to here. Let me try something real quick, just to experiment. Let's give it a 190. All right. Oh, I cracked that shoulder nicely. Okay. Also, we're going to save this as our topography. Okay, topography. We're going to save that. Saving. Saved. Now then, we're going to continue with our little bit of with a bit here and there. Spill the tea. Now we're going to go to here. Just a tad bit. Let's see if we can expand this by 8. One more by 8. I like to do these as small intervals, so that way it'd be easier. Meanwhile, yes, I could have just done this here, but I like to do this here because it gives me an idea of more freedom in a sense before I take it to a fitting designer to make some fine tweaks from there. And I'm going to go to here. Let's try it like this. Okay. Alright, so far, so good. Now let's see if we can just... Let's see, how am I going to do this? Okay, let's see. I'm going to do this here. Gee, think. What can I do here? All right. That just leaves with. Okay, that just leaves with just handling this part here, and here. So we might be able to make this work. So what I'm going to do is we want to group this. Control G. Save. Control C. And if we go back to the hoodie, let's go for the front. Your design front. And then we're going to lock this. We're going to lock this. There's a lot of stuff we gotta lock, so let me lock these real quick. Nope. Undo that. Lock this. Assign nick labeling. This is so that way it won't be no problem. Build the T. I need to make that stroke just a tad bit bigger, so let's go this real quick. Now for the topography now. I wonder what happened if I did from the other previous design and just flip the other way around. Because I got the T as I wanted it, so. Like I said, I got the T how I wanted it. So I can put that on in there with no problem. I just gotta do is figure out how to make the pattern to work and try to. Oops, sorry. Matter of fact, I can close this out for now. I'll get back to that later. Yeah, we can make something work here. Let's see something real quick. Okay, let me try something real quick here. Spill the tea. I want to check something. I have an idea. Let me make a copy of this font real quick. Control C. Control V. Nope. Control V. Yep. Now let's hide this real quick. Let me try something. Nope. Wrap text frame. That's actually good to know. Anti-aliasing on. Circular text. There we go. Okay. I'm sorry, but I'm a little excited now that we're getting somewhere. We are so getting somewhere now. No, we just gotta do is space even. No, not space evenly. Just like that. And then we just gotta I just need to just. Oh no. We need to shrink you down just a tad bit. Okay. Spill the tea. Okay, I am learning something new just now. I'm learning something, everybody. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just very, very sad. I need to put this in my notes. I really gotta put this in my notes because this is okay. All right. Okay. This. I didn't know. I literally did not know. Okay. Okay then. That just means it makes it easier for me to put the T in the center then. I just need to. Okay. I just need just adjust this. Okay, we can roll with this one then. Oh yeah, we can roll with this one just fine. Yeah, we can roll with this one just fine. I just need to. Let me see if I can adjust the typeface just a tad bit. Let's put the enter typeface around 225. Let's see how that works. Okay. Okay, let me even this out. Let's try at 200. Alright, so far so good. Let's see if we can line this up for me real quick. Let me try this a different typeface just to be sure. Nah. Italic. Yeah, let's go with this one. I got an idea. What if I put this down here? Okay, that won't work at all. Let me try some. Set upon. Let's put it in a circular text. I got an idea how to do this. Let's say spill in that text, circular text. We're going to then we're going to right here. And what if I do something like this then? Okay, learn something new about this. We're going to duplicate it. And we're going to label this one counterclockwise. It says saying to spill the tea. We're going to spill the tea. Let's see if we can adjust this. see if we can. If I recall, you should be able to adjust the kerning. Not just yet, then. Okay, then. Then we go to spill here. We're going to. Okay. Come on, let's see if we can adjust this. Alright, let's try this again. Ow. Let me try something here. Okay, sorry to quiet everyone. Just trying to think. Alright, I gotta spill the tea in that circular space. Okay, I got something. Okay, I got something real quick. Alright, we're going to go to here. And here. And we're going to center that up too. Let's do this here real quick. Let's do this real quick. Nope. Okay. Spill the tea. Hang on real quick. Let me get that other the t-shirt real quick. Well, the cup. I'm gonna say. Give me just a minute, everyone. Give me just a minute. Just need to just double check this real quick. All right. Just need to double check this real quick. Come on, where is it? Where are you? Okay. There's something I want to double check just to try something. That's for the front. We're going to lock this. There's the hoodie. All they left to do now is we're going to import image. Okay, let's go to templates. Let's go to I did not say to put in the freaking hoodie. I said put it right here. Let me turn this on real quick. Let's lock this real quick. Okay. This is for the back. Let's spill the tea. Okay, that's one. Let me duplicate that real quick. We want to hide this. We're going to delete that. We're going to delete this, delete that. And we're going to go to our typeface here. I don't know if my mouth is moving, but if it's not, I'm terribly sorry about that. All right, let's go to spill the tea. Hit OK. Now we're going to need to readjust this real quick. Spill the tea. Let's put this. Oh yeah, that's a little better. Okay, that's a little better. Okay, that's a little better. Let's try this let's try like this. Spill the tea. Number 1, 2, 3. And we're going to stroke that. Let's see how this is gonna go. Control C. Control V. Which means, where are you, little guppy? Oh, it was right here. Yeah. Let me put it right here. Okay. I need to I need to make some changes. So we're going to just delete this again. We're going to go back to our typeface. Let's switch this back to 200. Okay. All right. So far, so good. Okay, so far so good. Spill the tea. Spill the tea right there. I got an idea. Maybe we go back up here to our front. That's far back. Okay, let's go to here. Let's go to the eyedropper tool real quick. Let me add this to the mix and color palette real quick. Just so I can get this. Okay. Alright, we're getting somewhere. Okay, let's do this real quick. Spill the tea. Okay, I got an idea. And if we go to right here, and we go to our typeface here. Let's see how it's gonna go. Look. Nope. Nope. All right. Then we'll hit OK. All right. Now we're just gonna do is go to let's do this real quick. Oopsie. All right. 1, 2. Then we're going to hit this right here. All right. Oh, I gotta stretch my back out. And it's only an hour some into the stream, so give me a minute, everyone. I need to stretch. Give me just a minute. I need to stretch out. All right. Okay, sorry about everyone. I just need to stretch my back out real quick. Let's just say that. Well, my back hurts a bit, but I'm good. Just gotta stretch it. So that way it won't be no problem. But now we get somewhere with the shirt designs. Well, the hoodie one. All they left for me to do now is do the sleeves here and there. I have an idea what I'm gonna do for the hoodie, so let's handle that real quick. We got the topography saved, so we'll save that as a backup. And in case we want to change our mind here and there. Now think about what is the dimensions for the hoodie. So let's check this real quick. No, not I'm working on a hoodie. I just need to like think of what the dimensions would be for the hood. Let me see here what the dimensions are. Okay, something I can whip up real quick. Let me whip up something then. 620, 6200 by 6200, 300 dpi. Okay, I can whip up something real quick. Yeah, so I can whip up something real quick, like so. Okay, I just had a brain for it just now. Okay, let me do this real quick. Because I have an idea. I'm gonna do that hood, so. Okay, I have an idea. I'm gonna do this. Okay. Now let's. This is something I actually picked a little bit along the way. Let's go to our ruler guy real quick. Curve tool. Oh, no wonder why. I'm on the wrong layer. Let me back. No. Yeah, let me. Oh god, I was doing the rule in the wrong layer. That's funny. That's absolutely funny. Now let's do it from here to. Now let's do this with a G pen. Okay, need to adjust that. Yeah. Nope. Let me try this one more time. Matter of fact, something I should have done to boot. I've got to do one last thing. I need to convert layer to raster layer. Now let's try this again. All right then. Then we'll go to here. That's right, I need to delete ruler. Now I can delete the ruler. Do this real quick. All right. Let's make a new ruler real quick so we can do this. Nope, not we want it. Now let's do this real quick. Okay. All right. Then we're going to. All right. Delete ruler. I wonder about something. It's something I want to do something. It's a perfect opportunity to try something. Let's go to auto action. Chain line art color. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, no, that's not gonna work. Come on, let me go back, undo this real quick before it goes to color. Okay. We'll mark this as our reference layer. Alright, let's try this again. And then we're gonna try auto action again. Okay. Let me try something here. Add auto action. Okay, let's try something with line art. Yeah, this is something exactly what I needed. Let's try adding these two here, just so we can have how it would look like. Let's try this one real quick. Yeah, that's what I thought. Nope. Hang on, let me do this real quick. Hang on, let me try this real quick. What if we make a let's see if we make a copy of this real quick. Duplicate layer. We're going to merge with layer below. We're going to hide this. Let's try with this one more time. Let's see how you do. Come on. I think it's nothing. Alright then. I must have missed something. Okay then. Alright, let's try something. Let's try this. Let's try this one here. First, here it goes. Okay. Okay, let's try this real quick then. Yeah, that was better. Yeah, that works better. Let's try this one. Alright, let's try this one more time. Let's go to... Yeah. Okay, we can get behind this one. Ah, hey. Hey, welcome on in. And I'm glad you finally get to catch one too. Dude, sorry I haven't been streaming as much with me prepping my move everything. I'm just having a hard time trying to find everything in between, you know? Alright, we can roll with this one. Yeah. Okay, we can roll with this one here. This will do. Now let's see if we can do this. Can we make this work? There's something I want to try. Let me try this here. And sorry if I might be a tad bit quiet. I'm in the zone here trying to come up with this hoodie design that was nomming at me for a minute. Let me try this real quick. Oh yeah, this I can roll with. Yeah, this I can roll with right here. Now let's see if we can do something about this. Okay, let's see if we can do something about this real quick. My tech is kind of slow at the moment, so please bear with me. So, all right, now we got that the way. Let's see what happens if we flatten this. Oopsie. Let's see if we flatten this out. See how it's gonna look. Merge selected layers. Okay. Alright. Yeah, okay. I kind of got the message now. Let's see, I'm going to do a little bit erasing here before we... Okay, let's see this here. All right. We got what we needed here. Now we're going to just copy. We can go back to our hoodie. That's our pattern here. You probably wonder what I'm doing. I'm just working on a hoodie design from something I got an inspiration from talking with Night Mystique, who actually is a VTuber and a streamer. So let's just say that well, she gave some ideas on how to go with something for spilling the tea. So I got an idea like, what happens if I put that in the hoodie idea? Well, thanks to her idea, kind of gave me some inspiration on what I want to do with it. So here we go. Spill the tea. Because I made my own tea bag pattern right around here. So afterwards, I'm putting it on here. I'm making some finer tweaks along the way just so I can make it pop. Right now, I'm doing some information on the hood. So we're going to just... Alright. Question is, where are you? That's another question. Oh, there you are. You're right here. Okay, let's zoom you in. Okay. Okay, I get it. How I'm gonna do this. Control C, Control V. Okay, we're going to go to here. We're going to flip this. All right. All right, we're getting somewhere with this. We're getting somewhere with this. All right, if I can make this right here, then all I have to do now is just make it so in a way that it works itself out. Now, let's see how am I going to do this. If I just Control C, Control V, I'm gonna move it downward. And we're going to just shrink this down. I'm gonna rotate this. Like a moth of flames. Oh. Then we Control C, Control V. Right. Control this here. We're going to flip this over. Hit OK. Now for the sleeve. I have an idea for that one. Okay, I have an idea for that one. But just to remind myself, let me close this out so they won't be in the way. Try to remember what are the dimensions I have set for the sleeves. Let me unhook this. If we zoom in, okay, 6200 6200 resolution at 150 dpi. But what we're going to do is we're going to make it as a separate asset, and then can be fine-tuned and tweaked on the actual site. And then along for the pocket as well. I already got a design for my inline, which is going to be my icon, so I won't worry too much about that. Okay, so there's that. Okay. Let me check this. Alrighty. Hold on real quick, everyone. Let me check something. Give me just a second. Some just popped up. Gotta see what's going on. Just shouldn't be right. Okay, so I thought, gonna do the old-fashioned way real quick. Okay, why am my stuff being a little weird? Okay, that's what I thought. It's something weird, but it is what it is. We'll worry about that in a moment. Right now, let's get started here. We'll keep that one here as a backup. So it'll be 1600 by 1600, but we're set for at 300. So okay, how am I gonna do this? Because I already have an idea how I'm gonna do this. Because my overall plan was to have a teacup like pouring out all over. And the bottom part of the sleeve will be right there. I'm gonna have a teacup here, have a sipping pouring, but the bottom sleeve will be like a little pedal, like a little puddle right here, like droplets. So that's the overall plan. Once I do that, it'll be easy from there. All right. And I forgot, I need to stay hydrated. Ah, this is nice. Mm. Even when the heat begin to pick up, it's nice to have a nice cold drink to the side and a little bottle like that. All right. Right sleeve, and it's gonna be the opposite one for the left one. So this is gonna be fun. I just gotta do just a bit of a sketch mock-up. Okay, but I have an idea how I'm gonna do this. I'll take an example from my other one, which is right here. I'll use it as a reference point. Let's go back here to the back design. Let's see, let's go in the back. Let me unlock this real quick. We're gonna edit, we're gonna copy, edit here, we're going to paste. We're going to redraw this whole thing here, but we're going to have it be dripping down. I just need to adjust it a little bit so I can get the exact reference I wanted. We're going to magnify this here. Oopsie, didn't mean to do that one. Right there. Like this. Alright. Nope, now I want it, so. Oh, you're fine. You are fine. Fine. Fine, man. Just take your time and relax for a minute. And like I say, I'm just working on this hoodie design. So do please take your time. Yeah, because like I said, I'm just working and I understand that we probably have a long day today, so take your feet up and relax. Relax for a moment and just, chill. Yeah. Yeah, I actually would take the inspiration on this one. Because the one that I'm working on here, Spill a Tea, was an inspiration from my talk with Night Mystique, another streamer. So there's that. So I'm actually doing this and some ideas that kind of flowing for me. Because I'm actually in the process trying to expand my merch. This is part of my donathon in a sense. That's currently is active right now. So there's that. So this is actually go towards my moving in a way. And not to mention I also need to expand my store as well. So yeah. Oh wow, really? I didn't even I didn't have a chance to see you there time to time. Just I'm so busy working while I have our streams in the background. I'm just trying to maintain my sense of sanity while I'm working. Especially in this crazy economy we got going on. So yeah, gotta make sure I can save every dime I can. Let's see here. I'm getting a hang of this so far. Now let's see if we can just add some tweaks here. All right. Okay, and also while I'm also working on this, I'm also working on another piece of fan art for Sonic the Hedgehog's 34th anniversary. So I'm working on that piece as well while I'm working on some merchandise ideas. So that's gonna be very, very fun. Okay, let's see. Let's see here how I can get this. All right. Okay. So far, so good. Actually, merch for myself, and my headset just went dead. Yay! Alright, hold on real quick. I need to switch headsets. Hold on. And this one about to die too. So yeah. Come on, charge already. There you go. Now let's switch to the other one. Okay. Alright. I had to switch headsets in a sense, so I'm good with that one. But yeah, it's actually merch for myself in a sense. Because I already have a whole bunch of prints in my store for to be selling. So, but I do need to put more merchandise in a sense for art and design and things like that. So I'm using some stuff I learned back when I used to do print jobs at a print shop, so I can try to put some use to it. Let me see here. Okay, so far so good. All right. Okay, I need to work on this wavelength just a bit more. Thank you. I appreciate that. Because some of those prints I have are actually based on illustrations I already did beforehand, and also kind of gave me some ideas on how to proceed. I understand that what the pricing going on is not ideally the best, but hopefully things will get better as we try and roll along, and also more importantly, as I'm trying to refine myself. Thank you. Thank you. I actually took some ideas from that because I always like cityscapes, so I kind of want to incorporate the cityscape scene along with a bit of the tech scene that goes on behind it. Because I always been so drawn towards the hustle and the bustling city, especially since the college I went to well actually has that kind of hustle and bustle vibe, even though it was a tourist town and a historical one nonetheless. So it actually was a nice experience. All right, and we got the tea spill here. I actually have been to be honest with you. I actually have been like for almost a hot minute because back then I always was interested into landscapes in a sense and character art, character designs, especially since I was drawn to Sonic the Hedgehog's art style in a sense. I understand how concept art, comic book art, and landscape illustrations actually will work. But then when I got my taste of the first city after I, graduated from high school, it kind of gives some ideas on what it's like to live in a city and asking like circuits and retro stuff since I love technology. So it kind of like gives a vibe away to, let's just say, to incorporate retro to retro futuristic and electronic in a sense. Thinking like the future of tomorrow will be, but the only difference, however, though, is that it'll be more eco-friendly. So you can say that I like to talk about technology, art, city, things like that. Let me. All right, and with that, we got our T done, so we can hide this. We'll make this our new reference layer. Then we're going to shorten that. Make a new raster layer. If we go to ruler curve, I always use the ruler curve here to set as my guide. So there's that. So let's see if we can do this right here. Okay, let's see how we can make this work. Okay, now I want it right here. Let me try to adjust this line curve real quick. Okay, let's see again. Okay, that one curves a bit too big. Let's shorten this down a bit. All right then. We got our first little chunk here. Let's see if we can make this work here. Okay, that was interesting and convenient. Let's try that. Let's try not do that again. Hmm. You ever feel you need to feel a certain vibe or be in a specific headspace to start creating, or you create whenever you want? Ooh, that's a tough question. That's a tough question. Um, how can I answer that one? Hmm. You gotta forgive me. It's been a long time since someone legit asked me that question. Um, in most cases, I always try to make sure that my headspace is in the clear before I start creating, because back then I always can create on wherever I want, but due to the stress I'm going through, stuff like that, it kind of like throws me off in a sense. But my girlfriend actually explained some things here and there, and let's just say that reminded me on some of the more important reasons for it. Like, for example, use that frustration as fuel to try to create something. Use it to vent out your frustration, your anger, or stuff like that. And the moment I do that, I put my all into it. Yeah, it may be quiet at first, but as long as I have some good music playing in the background or in my headset, it actually helps me more clear and I get to my vibe and the mood of creating. I always try my best to try to create whenever I get possibly can or whatever inspiration hit. Because there's an old saying that I learned back when I was a freshman back in college is like this. Whenever you get the hit of inspiration or spark, try to write it down or jot it down as much as you can. Because once you lose that spark, it's going to be hard for you to get back. But some people can take everyday ordeals or everyday experiences and make it into art in a way. Thus, that's how the purpose of how I see Inktober as. I try to get into Inktober, but one of the most important things I have to learn is I need to learn how to pace myself and also learn how to use everyday experiences or everyday things or everyday ordeals as a way to create whenever I want. The trick on the matter is trying to figure out how to channel it. And believe me, it took me a long time to try and figure that out. But I was able to manage to make it work in the end. I literally managed to make it work in the end. It took a long time for me not to get there. I mean, a long time. But the saving grace of it all is that I learned how to channel it and how to make it work. And channeling it is actually the key so you can put it something more productive. Because I don't think many people don't understand that part, that when you trying to create something, you have to try to figure out how to channeling it into something practical and useful. Exactly. Exactly. And because I was able to vent that, I was able to come up with some pieces here and there. And I even got some in my sketchbooks too. Sketchbooks that I don't show on here. I usually save the sketchbook ideas or the vent art I have as part of my Patreon stuff. Because number one, wherever I do my vent art as sketches or full blown illustrations, I actually use that as inspirations for my next upcoming projects I have lined up around, or if I'm making a video. Like for example, one of my recent videos I uploaded on Wave City, which it is a review. It was a review of my Elgato Stream Deck and the discontinue Wave One microphone. Was based off of vent art. To be honest with you, it actually was as a form of a vent, guys. I want to vent something out, and I feel like I need to put something into productive and into something productive. So I was like, okay, I like my Elgato products. I like the Stream Deck that I managed to get on a Black Friday sale. And also, I got my Elgato Wave 1 microphone when it was released, when the Wave 1 and Wave 1 3 came out back then. So I was able to take some pictures of it, find some product shots of it, and just start sketching away my frustration. And once I do that, the Wave City illustration actually came to be. And for your question about creating whatever I get that spark, or you let my feelings good or bad influence you, I can say it's a mixture of both. It really is, I kid you not, a mixture of both of those things. It just depends on which emotion or which ordeal takes over. And whichever one takes over, I use that as my stopping ground and my idea base to try to make it work. But the difference I can say is, I will say that one of the hardest things about it is trying to find a time and trying to balance everything out with everyday life. Especially when you're in a stressful environment, especially if you have like other duties and other responsibilities to make life work for you and how to make everything balance itself out. And especially when you surround yourself with negativity that actually, let's just say, that doesn't bro well for you, especially for any people around you. I'm grateful that I have the people around me that actually are supportive. I am surrounded by people that are against doing what I am doing, because my family is very supportive, but something is a bit old school. They're mostly old school in a sense on how you want to approach things and how to handle some things. But I won't know unless I try. And I use those negative influences to something productive, to actually motivate me to want to try something, create something that is out of the norm, out of the unexpected thoughts and minds of other people. And once I was able to take a hold of that and understood it more, and it becomes so much easier to create from there. Just the key is you got to able to learn how to tune out the noise and use it to focus into the creative side. And I mean literally tuning out the noise. I know some people say is easier said than done, but I would say like this: do not fret over it, and just do what you do. Focus on creating and just figuring out everything else from there. You won't know until you take that fresh leap of faith into the deep dive. And who knows? It might work itself out, it may not. The important thing is that you try something. You trying to create something out of your own thoughts, your feelings, your emotions. And believe me, some people might find it strange, but I will tell you this: it is so worth it. It is very, very therapeutic. And I mean very therapeutic. Cause like literally. Mm. How long it take for you to learn to do that? To really dial it in and take your stresses or tumbling feelings into art. Hmm. Okay, that's. Ooh, wait, my. You took me back. You took me way, way, way back. And I'm actually a millennial. Okay. How can I simply. How can I simply say it like this? No, no, no. You are fine. You're fine. Because questions like that helps me, believe it or not. It actually keeps me grounded in a way and remind me why I'm me, why I'm digital, DG, D-Rex, why I am me. It also reminds me to keep myself humble and always remember why I started my creative journey in the first place. So it's okay with the questions. I want you guys to get to know me, not just as an artist or a digital illustrator or someone who loves tech. I want you guys to get to know me as actually me. You know, to get to know you guys, to have fun, relax, vibe, and everything in between. I want you guys to get to know me. It's perfectly fine. It is of no problem. But, and how long it took me? Yeah, but how long it took me? I probably had to say, because I started drawing when I was real young. Real young. And if you run into Nesh Bear, which is, you probably might see her in my streams very, very soon. She could tell you more about that, but we started drawing with Nesh Bear at a very, very young age. We were young, passionate, and we were just angry. We were just bullied on, picked on, so we turned to art. We actually fell in love with the art style of Sonic the Hedgehog and Ty the Tasmanian Tigers. Sonic the Hedgehog to teach us on how to be expressive with our approach and use other means to express ourselves. We like Ty the Tasmanian art style because it gives us more of a cartoony block style and how the concept will be from start to finish. The Ty the Tasmanian Tiger series is what got me started into wanting to become a illustrator / conceptual artist. I know if I'd be in a concept art might be a long stretch in the near future, but I'm willing to become an illustrator. And I decided to become a graphic designer and become a logo designer from there. So it took me around pretty much a long time, maybe 5 to maybe 8 years, because I had to be really put into a strenuous environment, and all thanks by my first genuine hobby, my first genuine hobby. And funny enough, it's not doing art, it's not video games, but my first cup of coffee. I know, anticlimactic. My first cup of coffee is what actually got me into trying to relax a bit and also able to tune into my art. With my fascination of coffee and able to tune myself with the negativity art, I was able to actually tune out. Took around 5 or 8 years because I was using paper pencil. I didn't really get into the full aspect of digital until around my high school year. But in high school, I was bullied a lot. I was so bullied that my mind was straight down to the gutter. But art and coffee and video games from Sonic the Hedgehog and Ty the Tasmanian Tiger series is what actually kept me going. And it took me around 5 to 8 years to try to fine tune that. It took me almost my senior year in high school in 2012 that I was able to push it in. Yeah, it is, believe it or not. And do you know what the funniest thing about it is? Is what age when I was first introduced to my first cup of coffee. It's the age when I first was getting my first cup of coffee. It's gonna shock you on what was my first cup. Well, what age was. Like literally, it's gonna shock you. Like, go on, take a guess. Take a little guess. Guess on what age it was when I first had my first cup of coffee. And believe me, it's going to wow you. Let's see here. Come on, let's see here. Correct line. Where's the ruler? Here we are. Come on. Oops. No. That works fine. Oh, you'll be surprised. Some people thought that too, but no. My first cup of coffee was 6 years old. Yeah, my first cup of coffee was around 6 or 7 years old. Yeah, I know. I was introduced to my first love of coffee at around 6 or 7 years old by my aunt. Yeah, 8 or 19. I would say you've been closer. You would say 8, but yeah, my first cup of coffee was around 6 or 7 years old, and ever since then, it was my therapy drink to the point that I was getting odd and strange looks throughout high school as a someone who drinks coffee in high school. Yeah, I know. Cause you see, I was a very hypertensive kind of person back then. Cause you see, back then I was born deaf in one ear, so they had to figure out a way how to fine tune it tune my ears until I was able to get the surgery so I can regain my hearing. And yes, you actually can get surgery to recover hearing. But my surgery was a bit different due to the fact that I had some stuck in my ear and they had to clean it out until I was a little older. But I was hyperactive. I was frustrated because I'm trying to learn something, trying to keep up with everyone else, but I couldn't. And then my aunt sat me down, fixed me a cup of coffee with milk and sugar. She gave it to me. I took my first sip, and ever since then I was in pure euphoria heaven. It's like the biggest quicker dopamine I have ever experienced, and I was so mellowed out and calm. Yeah, it was like an awakening, believe it or not. It was like an awakening. And believe me when I say this, that awakening for that cup drove it earlier to the point that ever since then I always love coffee. Ever since then. to the point that I was getting strange looks from my professor. Well, technically my high school teachers at the time. I was like this. Why on earth are you bringing coffee? Why on earth is a high school student is allowed to drink coffee at his age? Everyone just like this, like, oh, that's just normal. But it is what it is. I still was bullied and picked on regardless. So I decided to focus all of that into my productivity within my art. And because of that, I was able to enjoy my cup of coffee while finishing up high school. And believe me when I say this, it is so worth it. I mean, so worth it. Now I'm just finally thinking about it now. It was like probably the biggest awakening I have ever experienced in my life. It always has been. Chasing your passions and interests will always be worth it. Even if it means it doesn't will work out. It just said the matter is that you tried it. You tried to get there, and you haven't given up on it no matter what. And believe me when I say this, because I seen so many people always giving up when they're so close. Like literally. Like when when they were getting so close for it, they just end up dropping it. To me, I'm like this. I won't know unless I try. And I'm one of those people like, yeah, I'm not giving up just yet. Basically say that I'm one of those people that is, well, stubborn. Exactly. I'm glad you actually understand that. And believe me, one of the harshest things dealing with that is that you won't know unless you try. Come on, shrink, dang it. Oh, no wonder why. The narrow part too short. Try like this. There we go. Because some of the line width are a bit too long. Just need thinning it out. Okay. But yeah, that's why I'm trying to aim this right here. Because my overall goal is still the same. Just that I'm not gonna give up on it so easily. Because I know my girlfriend is in the same shoes I'm in. Because she's not giving up either. We both are stubborn when it comes to our goals and our dreams and our passions and what we want to do. Okay, listen, mate, let me tell you something. It's never too late. Whatever people say is never too late. After all, KFC was founded by Colonel Sanders at the age of 60. It took him years, but he able to make it through, and then he sold his company for around like almost around a couple $1,000,000. Ways what it means is that it's never too late to chase your dream. I mean, yeah, you might be older than most people started, but you never know unless you actually try, regardless of age. Like for example, for my case, I'm old. I'm like old in a sense, like maybe 30, like I'm like 32. And to make it so bad, I've been wanting to do content creation and illustration work for a long time, but I always felt like I can never do it. But here I am, trying out like it's my last days. And let's just say that despite everything else, I'm not going to give up. I won't know unless I try. And I got the tea exactly how I want it to be. I just need to just adjust a bit of the line here. And we can do that by the Bizarre Curve tool, but we're not going to use that. Thank you. Though, even though it's coming along nicely, it still is like part of an asset. It's probably part of an asset in a sense for the hoodie. Matter of fact, I think you didn't see the hoodie yet. Hang on, real quick. Let me switch over. Here we go. This is what the hoodie I got going on so far. Spill the tea and then spill the tea here. What I'm doing is separate all of them into bits and pieces for the hoodie. I mean, yeah, I need to make some fine tuning here and there to make it pop, to add some elements to it. But overall, it's coming along really, really nicely. What I'm doing right now is the right sleeve and the left sleeve for the actual hoodie, and then I'm going to create something for the pockets here. As you can see here, I make some tea bag patterns that I made myself from scratch. It was my first time creating a pattern, so learning something new along the way. And that's actually one of the biggest issue about when you're a artist, regardless if you're in traditional or digital in a sense. One of the biggest reasons for that is learning how to do that. It'll be left as a black and white because the whole hoodie itself is going to be white. So I figured that if I actually put colors on there, I feel like it might ruin the aesthetic for the pattern, because right now I'm actually fine tuning the pattern still, but it's gonna be black and white, because if I actually put color in here, and when it goes to the print, all of that will be seen as a whole bunch of tea bags here. The difference is that it'll be little room for the white to show, and it'll ruin the actual negative space for it. So to combat that, I'm going to add elements to go over the actual pattern to try to make it pop. So yeah, that's the fun part, is trying to figure out and organizing all this stuff here. And this is also will serve as a learning stone for me too. Yeah, so this is going to be very fun on how it's going to look like once everything is finalized. So now we're going to just adjust this here, but I'm gonna need some assistance. So I'm going to pop open lazy Nizumi, so I can just focus on the actual tracing here. That reminds me, I do need to buy rebuy my license again, but I am flat broke at the moment. And my job sucks at the moment. So yeah. Let's see how I'm gonna do this. Let me switch out pins real quick. Okay. Let's see if we can get this taken care of. Nope, that's not it right there. Let's see, gonna make this real quick. Nope. Alright, we can make this work. We can make this pop. Like I say, if you have any questions about art, design, or any questions about me in general, like the process, or anything that can help you get started into digital art, then feel free to ask. I'll try my best to ask them any way I can. Because I've been doing this thing since I was a high school student. So if you have any questions you want to ask, feel free. And I just realized the URL link for the Buy Me a Coffee one is being weird. I just realized that. Of all the times, really. Oh well, I'll tweak it later on. Right now, let's see if we can get this done. Let's see here. Okay. All right, we're going to unlock this. We're going to show this here. And we're going to make another one, and make this as our reference layer. Oh yeah, I understand. Stan, I understand it might be late for you, so go ahead and go to bed and get yourself some rest. And any life advice? Here's a tip. When you are actually trying to pursue something that's worth your while, you'll meet many people that'll probably go against you. You'll meet many people that go against you. But you also will meet some true people that'll help you out along the way. Always remember that. While yes, there will be people against you when trying to pursue your dreams, but you also will meet other people that you grow to trust along the way. And always remember that. And wherever you do, don't be ignorant of the world. Don't be ignorant. Because for one thing for certain, with everything that's going on around here, there's to be a lot of stuff that might throw you off. Don't be ignorant. Look for the truth of what's going on. No matter the truth may be ugly or it'll be helpful. Just don't be ignorant. Be wary, very wary of those that'll try to be against you as you make your dreams come true. But also, you'll meet other people along the way that you will bond that'll help you grow into a better person. And
Also, take it from this. Don't be rude to people. Don't be nasty to people. That's common decency. And trust me when I say this. If you treat any other person with disrespect, it's gonna come back and bite you in the butt. So hopefully that might help you out. But if you need any advice or anything else, I'm more than happy to give you some advice if you need to. I may not be perfect. I made some stupid stuff too. I made some stupid mistakes too. I may not be perfect. I did some stuff that is, ooh wee. That was make me thinking what the heck I was thinking. So I'm more than willing to give you any advice. Oh, and one last thing. It's okay to make a mistake. Every mistake is a teachable moment. Every failure is a lesson behind that. Use that use that loss as a lesson to help you grow to be a better person. Now, I understand you might be tired, so go on ahead, get yourself some rest. I'm gonna be up for a while I try and wrap this on up. Until then, I'll get you around. Stay blessed, my friend, and please be safe out here. All right, let's see if we can make this pop here. Reference, teacup. Oops, nope. Right there. Right back at you, mate. See you in the next stream. Right. Okay, I need to go to here. Let's move you out the way real quick. And let's rotate you. Let's go to here. And we'll go to Dickon. Oh no, that's not what I wanted. No, that's not what I wanted. No. Okay, now I need to go to here. Oopsie. I need to set that canvas. I get an idea how I'm going to do this. Alrighty. And with that, let's go to eyedropper. I'm going to choose this. And with that, I just thought of something. I wonder. Let's go to here. Okay, we're getting somewhere with this. Okay, and now we'll go to here. Okay, yeah, I need to change that real quick. Let's change this real quick. Come on to this color here. Okay, now we're going to convert the layer. We'll transform that to a raster layer. Oh, that's not the one on. All right, and now we're going to merge selected layers. Edit. I'm going to copy that. We're going to right sleeve.
I'm gonna hide the info. Control V that. Now, where are you? You're right there on the side. There we go. All right, let's try this again. Oh no, just to be sure that's the right one. To see. I guess the right sleeve. And we're going to Control C, Control V. We're going to paste that. We're going to switch this here. This is going to be for the left. Okay. All right. Okay, that's not what I expected, but okay. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Alright, so far so good. Let's keep going. Let me see, double check something. Why are you like this? I don't recall you doing this. What on earth? Okay. All right. Now we're going to do some adjustments with the T here. Almost forgot before I do anything, better announce I'm still alive. All right. Real quick. Copy.
All right. Nice. So far, so good. Now let's keep going with this. Just need to double check, make sure that the VPN is still stable. Let me see this real quick. All right, let me get that out the way. Let's see if we can just... Okay. That was unexpected, but we'll keep it as it is. That's the sleeves. Then I'm gonna do some pockets, but I want to focus on the front real quickly. Okay, why is my phone being weird? Okay. Just want to make sure that nothing was being weird and out of hand, but... Alright, let's keep going this, shall we? Alright. Okay, I am really getting sick and tired of that rotation thing. Okay. Okay then. Then I gotta come up with something for the pockets. Okay, now I gotta make something here for the puddles. Okay, we're making some good progress. Hang on. I need to take a little breather real quick, so I'll be right on back quick. I'm gonna switch over to my Be Right Back screen. I just need to stretch for a moment, just so I can get my legs pumping and, well, get some more to drink, something to stay hydrated. So give me just a moment and I'll be right back. And I am back. Sorry for being so absent. I need a moment to walk away. I need to stretch my legs. So it's just so funny. But we're almost done with this hoodie. We're almost done with this hoodie. I'm sorry. Sidetracked it, but this hoodie is almost done. Just need to just need to whip up something for the pockets. And we are done. Sorry about that. I'm just making myself some flavored water. Need water, need hydration in a sense. All right. Now let's see if we can get this here real quick. Now if we go here to our pocket size, let's go to the pocket. Guide. Oh, now let me hide that the pattern real quick. 3970 by 2230. Okay. Let's save that real quick. Let's go to. Okay, let's do this here. 3970 by 2230. And that's the size of the pocket. So we're gonna look for a 3D model of tea. I'm looking for a teacup. No, not like that. I want teacup. Teacup, cup. Teacup. Thank you. Why on earth is that showing up as such as that? No, that's not what I wanted. Okay. Why you do this? Why you must... Like, why you do this? Why you rotate? Why you rotating when I'm trying to find teacups? Stop it. Say.
No sweat over D-Rex. Don't freaking sweat over it. Do not sweat over D-Rex, otherwise it'll be ugly. So let's just focus on just the cup, not a cup of coffee. Something that gets us with a tea. Where is the tea? Ooh. We can roll with this. We'll use it as the reference. Okay. Okay, I got an idea how I'm gonna do this. Let's go. No. Say rotate, dang it. Okay. Okay, we can roll with this. And want to just alright. Let's start with something decent and light. I wonder if I make this here as a yeah, no. Nope. Dang it, I hate when this happens. Nope. Nope, don't you dare. Glimpse of your pain, don't you dare. Let's do this real quick. Dang it, come on. Seriously, stop doing that. Stop it.
Hey, quit doing that. Stop it. Quit rotating without me rotating. Okay, let's try this again here. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So far, so good. We're on point. Now we just going to just make an outline like here. Let's go to convert line, vector layer. All right. Okay, now we're going to just continue like here, and we're going to just roll with the punches from there. Let's try this real quick. All right then. And now I'm going to shrink this down here.
All right. So far, so good. Let's use the Bezier curve tool. And let's keep going with this. Need just this a little bit. Let's do this real quick. All right. Let's try this again. Come on. I know you lying. All right. Okay, we good. All right, let's keep going, shall we? Let's keep going. Dang it, quit doing that. Hey. Okay, it's a little better. Let me shrink it down just a tad bit. All right, sound like everyone just trying to maintain this focus, that's all. Now I need to just. Now I need to do is just do this part here. Let's go to just line width. Right, so far so good. Just this line here. Then we'll go to our eraser. We'll go to the vector erase tool. Just going to just erase these lines just a bit. Here, just shrink this just a tad bit. All right. Let's try this again. Oopsie, not that way. Dang it, quit doing that. Thank you. There we go. We'll take the inspiration from here. Want this reference layer, raster layer. Now let's go to here. Now let's go for the cups here. Come on. Let's do it right here. And we're gonna add this slicer right here real quick. Come on. Ow. Now let's try this again. Okay. Come on, let's wrap this one up. Next stop. Now let's do now is just to wrap this up right here real quick. And the hoodie design is finished. Now we're going to just go to main color, eyedropper tool. Control G. We're going to go to here. We're going to duplicate layer. I'm going to merge select layer, edit, copy, go back to here, go to pocket, behind, oh, not like there, hide the info, then we're going to Control V, we're going to paste that. Control T. Oh, right. Now we're going to hit Control T again. Where are you, little mug? There you are.
Okay. And with that, the hoodie is just about finished. And with that, the hoodie is just about done. I might make a few changes here and there, off screen. I might make a few changes here and there off screen, but we'll see how it's gonna go. Also, need to see why my phone was buzzing. All right. Sorry about that. Just need to make some fine tweaks here and there. Whew. All right. Let me just. I just need just a little breather. Oof. Hmm. I'm sorry, everyone. Just that my brain just need to just calm itself down. Creativity aside, I just need just a way to cool my head. Okay, just take long, deep breaths. Just very, very long, deep breath. Just a very long, deep breath. I know, I got this. I know I got this. Just
deep breaths. I'm good. And no, I'm not stressed or anything, everybody. It's just one of those things. So it's just one of those things that you just need to take deep breathing exercises. So you can calm your mind, calm your nerves, and just calm your your anxiousness. Okay. Anything else? No, nothing really. I am so good. Oof. Let me try this again real quick. With that, the illustration here is done. All right. Probably best if I save these. We're going to save this. And we're going to save right here. And we're going to save this. We're going to close this. We're going to save this. And we're going to save this. And close this. And we're going to save this here. We can close this out. All right. And with that, we are done with this hoodie here for now. I'm gonna make some small tweaks here and there off stream, but I want to get back to the other one that I'm happy to show you what I am working on. Yep. For Sonic the Hedgehog 20th anniversary, I'm taking this as a reference from the comic book series he had, issue number 78, I believe. This is where he was going through a whole saga back in Archie's comics back in the day. A new beginning. So I thought that this might be the appropriate occasion for it. This is going to be done on a sketch by 11 by 17. So there's that. But I am going to make some tweaks to along the way. So there's that. And we're going to make some adjustments here real quick. Hold on. Hold on real quick. Sorry about that. Just need to make some fine tweaks. Now we're going to just
going to just start inking this thing. You want to start inking this. No. I say black ink. Just like that. Nope. Now I want it. Okay, there you go. Okay, so you can make some tweaks here. All right. Okay, let's. Oh no, that's not. No, that's not gonna work. Okay, let's see. Make some adjustments here. All right. Okay. All right. All right. Now we can somewhere with this. Let's just align with here. All right. Let's keep going with this.
Okay, so far so good. I'm gonna add another berserker tool here. Okay, let me go to move adjustment point. Alright, now let's go to adjust line width. Then we'll go to his nose here. Dang it. Almost got it, but not just yet. Let's try doing this real quick. Yeah, I need to just handle this real quick. I need to draw this up by hand. Okay. Will you please stop doing that? Right then, so far so good. We're getting there. Come on. All right, so far so good. We're on point with this. Okay.
Alright, now I'm just going to just this here. Adjust align with. Nope, not, and that's not what I wanted it. And we'll go to here. Control C, Control V. And Control C, Control V one more time. Just gonna go straight to here. Now we're going to just adjust it here. All right. We're on stream for 4 freaking hours. For 4 hours, we almost streamed. I feel proud of myself. Alright, this is probably gonna be a good stopping point here for now. It's gonna be a good stopping point right here. All right then. Yeah, this would be a good starting point right here. Let me save this real quick. Control S, save. And well, I can say that I'm continuing working on this piece right here, as I'm trying to get this done as quickly as I can for the anniversary date where it'll be posted live. And also this will be a time lapse as well, so stay tuned my main YouTube channel where I'll be revealing the entire process of this from start to finish. Yeah, so yeah, this is going to be a time lapse. So stay tuned to that as it'll be released live. So this is probably a good stopping point here, and well, we're going to get started on, you know, playing a game soon. But right now I need to take a little moment, a little breather real quick. So I'm gonna end the stream right now, have this sorted out and freshed out, out and try and get the game launching ready. Cause tonight's game I'm gonna play is I'm gonna try something different tonight. So we're gonna try and play a new game called Super Move World of Parkour Parkour. Why did I say parkour? I'm gonna say parkour. So we'll be playing Super Moves tonight, just so I can get a feel like how this game is, how it works, and everything. So this is gonna be very, very interesting on how how it's gonna perform, how we're looking, everything. And with that being said, we're going to see how it goes, and well, hopefully it'll be interesting. So till then, I'll be right back, everyone. So chill, relax for a minute. Don't forget, you can check me out all my social media posts right here. If you're interested in commissions, a link to my commission page will be right here as well. Please know, all commissions will be done and accepted through that form right there, which I use Artistry. I do not use any other site. And as always, in the upcoming days, this video will be available as a VOD. So stay tuned for that. And don't forget, I also have a Patreon as well. So you want to check out some behind the scenes, some extra goodies. It'll be right on there as well. And also don't forget to check out my main YouTube channel where you want to see more illustrations, more time lapse, or rave about tech. Check it that on out right there. Until then, I'll see you guys in just a little while, and we'll play Super Moves World of Parkour. See you in a bit. Laters.